In this video, I'm going to show you how you can add color to your Gaea scene, add some vegetation, and how you can import both of those into Houdini. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to put this height output to the side here for now. Again, I'm using a placeholder mask and a placeholder terrain here. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put in a texture. This is going to sample what is in here and create these nice color differences that we're going to be using to create our texture maps, or our color maps, I should say. What we're first going to do is we're going to take a sat map, and we're going to try to color the rocks. Now, I want this to be a bit of a more sandstone-y rock, so we're going to find something like this. Now, you can the way the sat maps work is you have this color gradient, which then uses the texture node to color in certain areas of the map. You can use the bias slider and these exclusion sliders to create a good-looking terrain here. So this is for the rocky side. But we also want to get something for the sand here. So what we're going to do then is combine. We're going to plug this in here. We're going to use blend. And then we're going to pull the texture again. Pull another sat map. And this we're going to put in sandy. And this is going to be much smoother. This is going to be this sort of nice orangish yellow. I want to plug this in here. And then we're going to use the mask that we made here and combine it with this. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to use a portal. So this, I'm going to do it from the placeholder mask for now, but you want to also do this with the actual mask input. And you just hit make portal. And we're going to go into mask, and we're going to portals, and I will quickly rename this so that it's clear which is which. And you can see it is now perfectly masking out the sand and rock textures. And if you set the blend to 100, it creates it doesn't create any transitions. I would recommend setting it to about 80, just so you get a bit more continuity between these two sides, or maybe 90. There we go. And we're going to stick with this for now. You can do this a bunch more times to add a bunch more detail using different masks, either from Houdini or within Gaea. But there's a lot of other tutorials about how to do that out there. And then we're going to make another output. And we're going to name it output color. And we're going to expose this node. Output color. And we're going to make sure to switch the placeholders out. And input mask, there we go. And then we're going to hit save. And if we now go back to Houdini, and we switch out to test terrain, you can see there's another output now. So we're going to put in height, mask, height, and then in color, we're going to put CD. So this will then transfer the color maps that we created in Gaea to this Houdini scene. So if we then hit cook, as you can see, we have some colors here. Now, obviously, the sand is doing some weird things, probably because there's not a lot of height difference here. But that can be pretty easily fixed. And yeah, from there, I'm also going to show you how you can... I'm first going to make some improvements to this color grading, and then I'm going to show you how you can add some foliage, some trees. Alright, I've experimented a little bit, but I've basically just found out that sap maps don't really like it if you just feed it completely flat terrain or terrain with very little height variation. So that is something to keep in mind for your own projects. But for now, we're going to try to add some foliage. So we're going to quickly add back our placeholders, just so we don't get a ton of errors. And so we can actually see what we're doing. Go. Now, first, we're going to pick an arboreal node. I know this doesn't entirely make sense for a desert mountain, but just bear with me. I am kind of winging it. As you can see, we have some trees that are being placed on the mountaintops here. And you can here pick the tree types. So you have broadleaf, and you have shrubs, and here are some conifers, so like more spruce trees. We're going to go with broadleaf. You can also increase and decrease the health of these forests, so how many like bare patches are in here. Can reduce or increase density, and like the height of the trees themselves, and tree style. This is really up to you how you want to style this. You can make it either seek water flows or avoid them. You can add some more like wild growth. I want to try to have these grow like in the lower areas. So we're going to set it to wild and seek. And for now, we're just going to leave all these settings for what they are. It's basically just a lot of like tweaking back and forth to get this right. Now what you can do here is use these trees, make a portal, and you can add another sat map and make this one a bit green. So do something like this. And then combine this. No, other way around. Combine this with that, with those trees as a mask. So you can see now here in the lower areas, things are green. And if we set this to 100%, they'll be very green. So let's set this to 80. There we go. So that is how you kind of can get some like splotches of greenery. You can also if you wanted to. This is a mask. Oh, sorry, I should have picked the other one. So make portal, and then color guide. That was the one I needed. There we go. But this one, the tree mask, is a mask that we can also use in Houdini. So if I just take an output here, and I use output trees, rename that. Then this is something we can lead back to Houdini. So we're going to put these back the way they're supposed to go. And then input mask, there we go. Hit save. And then in Houdini, we're going to hit cook. Oh, never mind, sorry. Did it wrong. Because what we're meant to do is I forgot to expose these file nodes. So we're going to go in expose node, path, output, mask. There we go. Now we hit save. And now we can go into Houdini and change these settings. So we're going to go input height is height, input mask is mask, output height is height, output color is CD, and output trees is mask. Now I have tried this. If you try to put anything else in here, like for example, if you want to make a mask specifically for trees, so you name it mask trees, that doesn't work. So you have to name it mask. That also means you can only pull one mask from Gaea. If I'm wrong about that, please let me know in the comments. That is just my personal experience with this. But we're going to hit cook again. And we're just going to see what happens. There we go. So as you can see, we have a mountain, and surrounding that, we have a lot of trees and foliage. And because I pulled a mask, whoops, that's the wrong one. You can even do height field scatter. There we go, height field scatter. If it'll let me, whoops. There we go. And if we just put our mask in here, you can see it only scatters points on these things. So we're going to just reduce this to 0.1 because we don't want too many things going on in here. And let's just do some boxes for now because I don't have a tree file going on here. As you can see, it has now scattered these boxes everywhere where the foliage is. So if we set uniform scale to 10, you can see you can make a pretty easy forest or some sort of like wild growth or bushes this way. Again, doesn't really work for a desert environment. I'm just winging this as I go. But that is all for this series for now. If there's anything else that you think would be useful, let me know in the comments. I hope this has been useful for you, and thank you all for watching.